Hey everybody, this is SkyGuy264, and today I want to talk about power leveling heroes. I've seen a lot of forum posts about, people asking how to power level heroes. I guess really what they're asking is, what's the best way to power level heroes? And there isn't one. There are a bunch of different ways to go about doing it, and we're going to run through them. I'm going to start with dungeons, because it makes the most sense. We're already in a dungeon. So you'll see here, I've got my brand new paladin, my sexy new little paladin, level 4. And I wanted to start power leveling him. So of course I jump in a dungeon, I get my shards this way, and I can get experience, which is wonderful. And what I do is I put down all of my other heroes except for the one I want to power level. Now this only really matters when they're really low level, because you don't want them dying all the time. They do, respawn quickly, but you still don't want any downtime. So you let them clear out everything. At the very end, you chuck down your legendary. Super, super simple. When he gets higher level up, then you don't have to do that anymore. It's also a good idea to not put in any heroes you don't need to clear a dungeon. So if you can get into a dungeon that gives you the most experience with the least amount of heroes, including the one you want to level, then you're just going to get more experience. The reason being is that every time you throw in another hero, it splits the amount of experience each hero is going to get. So that's why you want to keep it low. The same sort of situation applies for raids. The difference being that if you fail a raid, you'll lose out on honor. So it's entirely possible for you to go into a bunch of different raids just trying to clear some buildings. Maybe they have a bunch of army camps with high-level griffins all stacked together, and that'll easily kill you. But if you can clear out half the other base, then you still get all the experience for clearing out all those buildings. So if you're not caring about storing your honor, if you're not in that mode where you need to store a ton of honor to, upgrade another hero, then that can be an option for you. And that usually helps out early on in the game when your heroes aren't very powerful. So you do your quick smash and grabs, take all the experience you can. You may or may not need resources. It's not really the point that you're doing it for. It's entirely to level up your hero. Now, if you can fully clear the base, by all means do it. Just make sure you're not losing any heroes, because you want to be able to continuously hit bases and get experience. Really, this is going to be the fastest way to level up, because you're not limited by any sort of timer. Here be monsters and both regular dungeons. You're going to only have a set number of chances to do it. You'll get a lot of experience, but then you're stuck without any chances after, 5 attempts or, whatever it is. So what you're going to end up doing is using raids to kind of hedge that gap. Any of your downtime between those two things, here be monsters and dungeons, you're going to be spending raiding for experience. So you can see here I took out a good chunk of this base using just my 3 heroes. And they're just working their way down the line. I mean, obviously there at the end there's a huge amount of troops, and I don't think I could take them. But really, I'm just looking for bases where I can carve out that good chunk of buildings before reaching their army camps, and then just soaking in as much experience as I can. So I chuck in the paladin at the very end, let him get all the experience without any of the risk, and then move on to the very next one. Okay, I'm gonna throw down some music here because for some reason my audio got messed up, and I hate talking over just absolutely silence. It's terrible to me. So now it's important to note that the regular troops, your griffins, your guardians, your archers, whatnot, those don't have any effect on the experience gains. So you can use those to kind of boost your I don't want to say might, your troops' capabilities. So you can take out those bigger bases, or you can use them in dungeons. I just wouldn't count on them to get through things, because again, if you do lose them, you're going to be stuck waiting. You're going to have another timer that you're going to have to wait for each one of these to respawn. And really, I keep saying it, the point is to continually be gaining experience as quickly as you can. So it's a good resource to use, but just don't count on it. So the very last thing that I haven't talked about yet is Here Be Monsters. You know, I made mention of it, but we're going to go into it now. So Here Be Monsters is a great experience gainer. You've got your basic hero bases providing most of the defense. If you've got towers, that's wonderful to use. If you can do it, my suggestion is for peak experience gains, don't garrison any of the towers. Find which wave that you're able to complete without using any garrison towers and just continually run that over and over and over again. And by wave, I mean A, B, C, D, you know, etc. Just like when you're running dungeons, every time you add another hero in there, into a garrison, I mean, it will be dividing that experience between your normal hero bases as well as any heroes within your garrisons. Now, this can be useful if you have a super low level hero and you just want to chuck them into one of the towers, let them soak in experience, and that's absolutely a possibility. But now you want to limit all the other towers is what I mean. Remove all of the garrisons from those so that they won't be taking up experience. Now, if you have heroes that are at cap, you know, if they're sitting there at that 60, just waiting to get upgraded beyond that point, they will be still having the experience divided among them. It's usually best for Here Be Monsters, if you're going to be garrisoning a bunch of stuff for experience gains, that you're only garrisoning heroes that can actually utilize the experience being tossed at them. So that's it. That's about all there is to power leveling. Let me know if you guys have any questions about it. I can go into more detail. I can give better tips. And I will be trying to focus on pumping out some guides for dungeons, you know, try to optimize our paths through them. So for now, this is SkyGuy264. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been having so much fun just editing videos, and hope to keep doing it. Alright, until next time, take care everybody.